115 countries and 22 international organizations have presented their pavilions at Expo in the capital of Kazakhstan to showcase the essence of future energy. Important events, innovative technologies and the greenest projects in the program Astana Expo 2017.
Energy-efficient solutions in construction and urban architecture, new technologies, progressive methods in the field of renewable sources of energy have become a focus of leading Kazakhstani and international experts on the 5th International Conference of the Forum Future Energy. The host of the event, titled Universal Access to Sustainable Energy, was scientific observer Quentin Cooper, a popular host of the program on British radio. Jibek, Vice Minister for Energy in Kazakhstan, has also taken part in the forum. According to prognosis of international agencies, the current pace of world economy by this mid-century will increase the necessity in production of electrical energy, and we believe that the 21st should become the age of groundbreaking solutions in the field of energy, determining the further trajectory in the development of the energy field as a whole. Best European researchers and market participants have presented their successful projects and modern methods of integrating renewable sources of energy into construction and management of real estate. As Gerasimus Thomas, Deputy General Director for Energy at European Commission, noted, the world technologies are developing very fast and the energy system is going through intense process of transformation.
Switching to a low-energy system means rethinking our entire urban energy landscape, from buildings to transport. It means integrating energy demand and supply across the board through smart technologies, rigorous planning and holistic decision-making. It requires creativity, new visions for living, working, transporting, consuming, producing services for the cities. Astana is an excellent location for this discussion, as it is an example of what future cities could look like. I believe that the theme today is very highly relevant beyond Astana to the whole of Asia and a lot of other continents that face fast urbanization, and they are characterized by a huge potential for development of clean and sustainable energy. Kazakhstan has an ambition to become a leader in sustainable energy and climate change and show the way to the rest of the world.
I think the synthesis between Expo 2017 and EU Energy Day could have never been a better example about the European Union involvement worldwide in finding alternative sustainable solutions for the future.
In the second part of the conference, which was dedicated to the topic of thermonuclear energy, took part well-known researchers in the field, representatives of organizations such as Eurofusion, Project ITER, F4E, and the National Nuclear Center of Kazakhstan, as well as experts from the leading scientific institutions of EU and Russia. The speakers presented prospects of using thermonuclear synthesis with magnetic confinement of plasma in order to provide accessibility, safe and eco-friendly sustainable electrical energy. Experts also discussed the potential of cooperation between EU and Kazakhstan in the context of recently signed agreement between ITER and National Nuclear Center of Ministry of Energy of Kazakhstan. Paraguay is the largest producer and exporter of clean renewable energy. Today, 99.6% of electrical energy in the country is generated thanks to the 3 largest hydropower plants. This tells that the participation of this country in International Specialized Exhibition Expo 2017 in Astana is not by accident. Paraguay has a lot of experience, which it is ready to share, as was mentioned at the press conference in Media Center of Expo by Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs Oscar Cabello Sorubi.
I would like to say that Paraguay has a lot in common with Kazakhstan, in the sense that we are both landlocked countries. We are in the middle of the continent, in our case of South America. So that gives us a geographical advantage, we can say. and we are trying now to invest mostly in order to make Paraguay an attractive country.
In the course of the last decade, Paraguayan economy grew on average by 5%. This is higher than in neighboring countries. Electrical energy produced in binary hydropower plants, as well as highly productive and contemporary agricultural and farming production, are the leading economic activities.
We are a member of Mercosur, so we have a large market. 200 million people belongs to their market. I think we are the fourth largest economic group in the world. And Paraguay could be a good entrance to Mercosur.
It is worth noting that Paraguay, like Kazakhstan, doesn't have direct access to the sea. However, the river Paraná flows on the territory of the Republic, and Paraguayans are very rational in terms of using its waters. The second largest hydropower plant, Itaipu, is built on this river. Its electrical power reaches 14,000 megawatt annually. In addition, there are hydropower plants Jicareta and Acray. However, this is not the limit. The green technologies are planned to be developed even further in this country. For instance, Paraguay is planning to build small hydropower stations in various points of the eastern region with approximate power of 1,000 megawatt. In addition, there are other projects on replacement of conventional sources of energy by solar, heat, and photovoltaic sources, which will promote the use of solar heat and photovoltaic panels in housing. According to Oscar Cabello Sarubi, Paraguay was very happy to accept Kazakhstan's invitation to participate in the exposition in Astana.
I only just want to thank the government of Kazakhstan for inviting us to participate in this expo. We think that it's a good platform to be known, better known in this region. That for us is a region to be explored yet. We have very few relations for the moment, but we are discovering every day that we have chances to increase our relations.
Official opening ceremony of the National Day of the Republic of Paraguay, as prescribed by official regulations, started with the hymn performances of the two countries and raising of flags. Vice Minister for Defense in Kazakhstan, Abulkar Iskakov, gave a greeting speech to the delegation from Paraguay. Politics and achievements of Latin America in the fields of renewable energy are important experiences for other regional energy markets. Their demonstrations at Expo are highly relevant. Kazakhstan knows Paraguay as one of the largest producers and exporters of electrical energy. We're happy that a South American country with rich culture and traditions, such as Paraguay, is represented at our exposition. At the end of the formal part, the audience of the concert was entertained by various performers. Dancers and musicians from Paraguay arrived to Kazakhstan to acquaint Expo visitors with their culture. For instance, dancers of the National Ballet Troupe performed in shiny costumes made from optical fiber. They presented two dances, polka and cristaldo. Later, the stage was taken by legendary instrumental duo of brothers. Thanks to the harp, they were able to convey the exciting dynamics of Paraguayan music. According to the delegation from Paraguay, they were pleasantly surprised with Astana. During their stay at the international exhibition Expo in Astana, many of them were able to acquire useful business contacts and find friends. Italian investors would like to invest into waste-to-energy production in Kazakhstan. Kazakh Invest and an Italian company have signed a memorandum of mutual understanding. According to it, the Italian side is planning to build a factory which will use the electrical potential of the incoming resource. Via anaerobic fermentation and biogas recovery, the factory will produce electrical energy or biomethane. The signing of memorandum was completed during the one-week-long attendance of Friuli-Venezia Giulia region at the exposition Astana Expo 2017. According to Vice Minister for Investment and Development in Kazakhstan, Erlan Kairov, such memorandums are very important for our country. We are certain that this project will be implemented and successfully. On its behalf, the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan is ready to provide the necessary support for the successful implementation of this project. As you know, Kazakh Invest is a national company, in which the chair of the board is the Prime Minister, which demonstrates the extent of our interest in successful implementation of such projects in our republic. The signing of memorandum was preceded by several months of negotiations. The approximate cost of the project is $50 million. The deputy chair of the board at Kazakh Invest, Nursultan Jinbayev, thinks that the construction of the factory will allow to make a big step to the development of green energy in Kazakhstan. It is planned that the factory will be built not far from Astana.
Первый наш контакт был около 3 месяцев назад.
Our first contact was about 3 months ago, which means we have had several meetings with the company representatives and regional representatives. Also, we've made some analysis of this company, studied their international experience. Yes, this company is very interesting. We're interested in technology transfer, which we will use in the future. I think that the project will be launched soon. We have completed a lot of preparatory works. It needs to be noted that Friuli-Venezia Giulia region has a lot of experience in cooperating in different fields. This fact was also confirmed by a head of delegation of this region in Italy, Agostino Maio.
Appunto nel settore ambientale, anche quello dello smaltimento dei rifiuti.
In November 2016, the agreement between Akim of Astana and the governor of our region was signed. One of the points from the agreement is waste recycling, which today is a very important and relevant issue.
In questo settore, l'eliminazione dei rifiuti da portare in discarica e viceversa, anzi, la loro.
This project will bring use not only to the people, but also to business representatives, and most importantly, it will improve the environment greatly. A problem such as waste utilization, thanks to the new factory, will disappear. Instead, this project will become a source of eco-clean energy as well as fertilizers.
Dove vincono davvero tutti, i cittadini, l'ambiente, le pubbliche amministrazioni e i privati che investono.
The green technologies in Friuli region in Udine city are represented by such successful projects as two-fuel system of combined production of electricity, heat and cold. They work using geothermal energy. In the nearest future, 2 projects will be implemented. NEMO, a project which will replace 800 transportation units working on petrol, diesel to electromobiles. In addition, the region is well known for its touristic potential and the ancient art of mosaic. Kazakhstani students will present their works on the exposition, teaching basics of applied decorative techniques of mosaic school in Friuli-Venezia Giulia.
Nel settore della cultura.
Our region has one of the most ancient and most famous schools of mosaic in Italy. Our mosaic schools signed an agreement several years ago with the art school named after Kosteyev in Almaty. Since then, we have had students from Kazakhstan. 2 young women who have received a 3-year education will show their mastery during the week of Friuli-Venezia Giulia at Expo 2017.
Prova della loro capacità e abilità creando sul momento dei mosaici.
В этом году я закончила школу, Фриульскую школу мозаики, и проучилась я там 3 года на мастера мозаики.
This year, I finished my studies at Mosaic Friuli School. I studied there for 3 years. Currently, at Expo, we are representing this region. Our objective is to show what mosaic is like in practice, how it is built, and to show the culture of Friuli region.
Фриульского региона.
2 Kazakhstani students graduated from Friuli School of Mosaic in Italy. Having gained skills of mosaic building, these young women created a logo of Expo in Astana. in Kazakhstan, this type of art, according to them, is not very popular. So they proudly proclaim themselves as pioneers of Kazakhstani mosaic.